now turning his attention to the war in Ukraine, confident in his ability to broker a ceasefire there as well. The 3.5-year war still seeing near daily attacks, but Ukraine's president has spoken to President Trump a few times in the past week. He is now scheduled to visit D.C. on Friday, all as the U.S. pledges more support for Kyiv. NewsNation's Kellie Meyer is live for us at the White House. So, Kellie, what will President Trump give to Ukraine?
That's the big question here at the White House, Nichole, and we could get a sense of what the president may do after what we're seeing today in Brussels, what our allies are giving to Ukraine. So today, NATO allies agreed to increase weapon deliveries to Ukraine, and over half of the allies will join a program to buy U.S. weapons for Ukraine. This all came during a meeting of NATO defense ministers. You see the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, there in Brussels today. Hegseth had this change of tone towards Russia. Take a listen to this.
If there is no path to peace in the short term, then the United States, along with our allies, will take the steps necessary to impose costs on Russia for its continued aggression.
And Hegseth telling NATO defense leaders that President Trump has the ability to end this war after what we watched in Gaza. It comes as Russia ratchets up its drone strikes on Ukraine's rail network. President Trump saying just yesterday that he's disappointed in Russian President Vladimir Putin for not ending this war.
I had a very good relationship with Vladimir Putin, but he just doesn't want to end that war. And I think it's making him look very bad. He could end it. He could end it quickly.
So President Trump says President Zelensky is coming Friday, and he wants those Tomahawk missiles, and the United States has a lot of them. He says the president also suggesting he would give the long-range missiles to Ukraine to force Putin to come to the negotiating table. Another strategy there, Nichole.
All right, so saying the U.S. has a lot of them, what would Tomahawk missiles mean for Ukraine? How could they potentially change the game?
Yeah, good question. So these U.S.-made Tomahawk missiles, they give Ukraine the ability to conduct long-range strikes deep into Russia. Perhaps more importantly, this is something that Russia doesn't want to see Ukraine get their hands on. So they can fly at a low altitude, making it difficult to detect on radar. Its guidance system can maneuver around land obstacles. It can travel up to 550 miles per hour and have a range of up to more than 1,500 miles. This puts several countries and cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, as well as drone factories and bases, in striking range, and Ukraine would need, though, a U.S. Army launcher to fire those Tomahawks. It's a step that officials say could pull the U.S. closer to direct confrontation with Russia. So that's a concern there. The Kremlin says the possibility of President Trump sending those Tomahawks to Ukraine is causing extreme concern in Moscow and causing a, quote, dramatic movement there and shift in this war. Nichole.
All right, Kellie Meyer live for us there in D.C.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.